WWE's headquarter in a bank is on May 10th. And why am I saying the headquarter in a bank? It's very simple. WWE's having their event at their Titan Tower headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, where you literally have to fight in the WWE headquarters and literally climb the corporate ladder on top of Titan Tower to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. I didn't think we would have this. I thought they would just have it at the Performance Center. It just makes sense, especially since WWE was listed as an essential business. Might as well just tape in Florida. Why not? But then again, it's their public building. They can do what they want, and it's kind of odd. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll just get into these matches real quick because some of them are ridiculous, some of them aren't. First off, the Universal Championship match. No, excuse me. First off is the WWE Championship match. Excuse me. As Drew McIntyre defends against Seth Rollins. McIntyre won the title at Performance Center Mania against Brock Lesnar to defend it. Subsequently, almost 20 minutes later, against The Big Show, which was weird, but that was a thing that happened. And the Messiah, ironically on Easter weekend, said he was crucified and then was resurrected, and then basically began the redemption angle of the Messiah by stomping Drew McIntyre's head in last week. To where now they accepted the match announced for the WWE Championship, and I'm assuming all these matches happen inside WWE's headquarters. I don't know. Some might happen in the Performance Center. They might make this a 2-night event again. I don't know, but we will see. As far as we know, the Money in the Bank ladder matches will take place at the headquarters, but we don't know if they'll all happen there or not. We'll just see. Some of them might happen in the Performance Center. Who knows? That being said, McIntyre retains. It's the first true test for McIntyre, and I feel like it'll happen. Next up, the SmackDown Women's Championship as Bayley defends against Tamina. Tamina won a match against Sasha Banks to have this match, and I don't know what you do here, especially if Sasha qualifies for Money in the Bank. We'll get to that in a little bit later, But with these matches happening at the headquarters and some of them potentially happening at the Performance Center, if this is what I'm thinking they're going to do, would cancel out the possibility of a cash-in at the event. However, it depends if they have the match earlier in the show, they fly out, and this is like a main event, then that could be potentially a potential for a cash-in. I don't know. But that's a potential to happen. Nonetheless, Tamina wins. Tamina needs this. She honestly needs this more than anybody in this division because she's just been used so horribly. But you know what? It depends if there's a cash in. If there's a cash in, Tamina wins. Then someone cashes in and beats Tamina. If there's not, Tamina wins. It's just that simple. Next up, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Ironically, not The Fiend. But it could happen, it could not happen, who knows. This has been banking on the Wyatt family moments that we have seen. And, you know, it's bringing up the Black Sheep match, bringing up all this stuff. And Braun actually was a force to be reckoned with in the Wyatt family. Then the regression of Braun ever since was horrible. I feel this is how they get the title back on Bray Wyatt, because Braun has not proven himself as a champion. He has not proven himself to successfully defend the title. I mean, he won the title shockingly because Roman Reigns, didn't want to work, and that's understandable with his battling leukemia in the past and the immune system and just de-immunized, or whatever, however you want to say it. He has a weaker immune system. And, Miz being sick fucking ruined which was the match no one wanted, but, I wanted to at least see it and see if it would end in a spear, which was probably what was going to happen. But, it is what it is. And Braun's a champion, but I don't see Braun retaining. I really don't. Because Braun has been misused forever. And for him to hold this title is great. But how long does he hold it is the question. And I don't think it's for long. I think Bray holds it again. And we'd have the great things we've been having on SmackDown with Firefly Funhouse and people trying to chase him and just trying to just take the title. It's just how it should be. Next up, the Money in the Bank ladder match. Like we said before, the Money in the Bank ladder match will be in WWE's headquarters. And, you have to literally battle through Titan Towers, which is not a small building by any standards. You have to literally fight upstairs, fight up everything, go to the ring, which is on top of the fucking building, and literally climb a corporate ladder to get the briefcase. Which, there's never been a match like this before, where you literally fight through a building, and then climb to the top, and just hope it all goes well. Honestly, conditioning is going to be a big portion of this match, both of these matches. Conditioning is going to be huge for both of these matches, and, if you know your way around the building, that's a big advantage. Obviously all these people have been there before when they've been hired, but I don't know how long it's been since they've actually been in this building. And of course, WWE was going to have a new headquarters built, but due to the pandemic, the global pandemic that's been going on over the past few months, that's not going to happen. So this could be a way of breaking the lease. And for those that don't know, WWE has leased Titan Tower for like fucking 20 years now. So this could be a way of breaking the lease, and then they go to the new building. I don't know. I really don't know, but that's what I think is the reason they have this. They can just wreck shit and just fuck the insurance and then fucking switch buildings. That's what I think's happening here, but it is what it is. As far as we know so far, in this headquarter in a bank matchup for the men, Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, and Apollo Crews. There is potential of Drew Gulak or King Corbin qualifying. And they have AJ Styles here for some reason. AJ hasn't been seen since the Bone Arrow match. We're not going to acknowledge that yet, because obviously that's probably part of a taping or something. Who knows? Because he hasn't been here since being buried alive. So for all we know, AJ Styles is dead. So we're going to ignore that part of it for now. But again, Mysterio, Bryan, Black, and Crews out of this field, I would say either Aleister Black or Daniel Bryan. Because the other two, Mysterio, is going to have a great showing, but I don't know, he's getting up there in age. Going up a million stairs is probably not the best thing. You could use elevators, but, that's a disadvantage because everyone's going to go for the stairs after that. But I'm going to say Black or Bryan for now. And for the women, we have Asuka, Shayna Baszler, the walking Niability herself, Nia Jax, and Dana Brooke. And there's potential of Sasha Banks or Lacey Evans being in the match, but that's not going to happen until SmackDown. Why I say the walking Niability, because fucking Nia Jax on Raw had the most horrible thing I have ever seen. A fucking buckle bomb on the bottom turnbuckle. Now, there is rumors of Kyrie going back to Stardom, leaving WWE and going back to Stardom. And this could be the way of writing her out of any stories and just have her contract expire. But even with that, I have never seen anything go this wrong before. Nia Jax had Kyrie saying up for a buckle bomb. Very far away, mind you. And you could look at the footage, and it's fucking horrible. I mean, Kyrie could have broken her neck. And I don't know how you do this, but she's far away. She froze her. And it's like slow motion. She falls, doesn't even hit the first two buckles, hits the bottom buckle. It's I don't know how you made that happen. I don't know how that even happened to begin with, but it was brutal. It was probably one of the most brutal things I've seen, probably since they brought back the concertos. I mean, it was that bad of a thing, and I don't know how you bring her back from double leg surgery, whatever the fuck it was, and you have this happen. If she was not a Samoan, she would have been gone long before this even happened, because she has been a walking botch machine, a literal walking Niability ever since day one. And it's been years now. How do you do this? How do you make that happen? I don't understand. Nonetheless, out of the current field, I would pick, I don't know, because Asuka has been great on Raw over the past few weeks, and WWE has looked at this and think of Asuka as a major player, especially during this pandemic. She's been one of the most entertaining things on Raw ever since this all happened. And especially with SmackDown when they were still tag champs. But I don't know. I would either pick Baszler, Asuka, or Nia. Anyone but Dana, because Dana did pull off a major upset in her match on SmackDown last week, but I don't know if they're going to give Dana a thing. So basically, for right now, anyone but Dana. I hate saying that, but, she could pull off the upset. Anything can happen in the WWE. We've seen this in the past with the amount of releases we've seen. Anything could happen. You get rid of all these women and hey, Dana looks like a potential title contender now. And it's weird thinking like that, but, she could do it, but I don't see it happening. And with that being said, WWE's headquarters in a bank is on May 10th, and, hopefully Nia Jax doesn't do this shit again, because I don't want to spend minutes doing this, but that was just unbelievable. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I don't know how to end this, but goddamn, that was just horrible.